Olexandr Usyk. Not only is he now the undisputed heavyweight Ring Magazine champion of the world, he is also the new Gypsy King. After dethroning the Gypsy King, he has now become the Gypsy King. Why do I say this, I hear you asking? Why? Why Boxwatch.Tv? Why are you saying these things? Well, let's take a look at the evidence. Let's look at the evidence, okay? Let's have it right, through. Most people don't really focus on the cruiserweight division. It's a bit of a dead division. No one really cares about the division. Unless you're a degenerate boxing fan like myself, and I watch everything. Anything to do with boxing, I watch it. So let me break down Wagwan for Usyk before he came to the heavyweight division and why I say he's the Dan Gargan right now. This man had his first title fight in the cruiserweight division away at Krzysztof Głowaczki's house. He had to travel to his house in Poland, and when I say his house, I mean his country, the country where he is from and where he lives, in his back garden. Deals with him out of there, beats him in a unanimous decision. 111, 117, 109, 119, 111, 117. The separation is vast. He dominated, obviously. He then goes and defends his title against Thabiso Mchunu. And even though he's from South Africa, they had the fight in the United States of America. So he didn't even get to have his first title defense at home. He then beats him with a KO win. It's a 9th round KO he wins that fight with. Moves on, stays in America to fight Michael Hunter, who is from America. So he's fighting Michael Hunter at his hometown. Wins by unanimous decision, 10-17, 10-17, 10-17. Dominance. Then he flies over to Germany to Marco Huck's yard. Still defending. He's a champion, you know. He's a champion. He's got to go to man's backyard. Marco Huck, he defends his title against Marco Huck with a 10th round TKO stoppage victory, deals with his case. Then he goes to unify with the WBC champion at the time, Marius Bradus, who was considered the best and most dangerous cruiserweight at the time. Has to go to his yard in Latvia, where he delivers another clinic and wins by majority decision this time. While that was happening, a couple months later, 6 months later, he's on the plane again to Murat Gassiev's yard. So what I believe was happening was, while he was in the ring dealing with Bradus, his people got on the phone to Murat Gassiev's people and said, listen, we're about to beat this guy up and we'll have to fight, unify the division. I've just taken Marius Bradus's WBC and you got over there, you got the IBF and the WBA. So let me come over there, let's unify. I'll come to your yard, no problem. Let's not make no issue. You got 2 belts, I got 2 belts, but I'll come to you. He goes over to Moscow, puts on another clinic, basically wins every single round. 109 to 119 is a card. 108 to 120 is a card. 109 to 119 is the other card. Dominance. With the Marius Bradus fight, that's where he got the most resistance. One of the judges scored it a draw, 114-114, but the other 2 scored it how they saw it, which was 113, 115, both of them. That's how he then unified the WBC. Goes over to Murat Gassiev's yard, in his garden, unanimous clinic, wins every single round. As I said, that was that. Then he says, you know what? The actual WBC champion at this time was actually Tony Bellew. He moved up to go and fight David Haye. He went up to heavyweight to fight David Haye, where he smashed up. They beat David Haye twice. But Usyk was like, nah. I'm not the real undisputed till I beat the actual WBC cruiserweight champion, which was Tony Bellew. So he phoned up Bellew and said, listen, let's sort it out, big man. I know say you said you're retired and all of that, but just let's one more soiree, I'll come check you. That's all right. I'll come to your yard. Again, he's on the plane again. Traveling again. Traveler. Goes over there. 8 rounds. Beats him to a pulp. Just deals with him. Back. Over. That's him done. So now he's actually the proper undisputed lineal Ring Magazine cruiserweight champion. So he's like, all right, cool. I've done my bit here. I need to go upstairs and go and get them heavyweight belts because that's what I'm on. So he says, right, dip. Goes up to heavyweight. First fight, let me get used to the weight. I'll fight this guy, Chaz Witherspoon. He alright, 38 wins, 3 losses. Let me test the waters. Goes in there, puts on a clinic. Donnie has to retire in the 7th round. He's like, nah, I don't want no more. I don't want, this guy got too much heavy punches. I'm done. So he gets rid of him in 7 rounds. Then, that's in America, by the way. He's dipped on the plane again, over to America now. Boom. Witherspoon's backyard. Deals with him, retires him in 7 rounds. Then, he's like, what's the next heavyweight I can fight to acclimatize to this weight class properly? I know, I'll fight Derek Chisora. Boom. On the phone, Derek, yo, Del Boy, look. I'll come to your yard. We can have this battle. Let's go. Chisora's never going to turn down a good old battle, a good old fight. So he's like, yeah, man, come check me, man. We can do this. We can do this. Goes over there. Unanimous decision victory. Cards were 115, 113, 115, 113, 117, 112. Just dominating. To be fair, Chisora made him look like, boy, maybe this heavyweight division might be a bit too much for you, my G. Might be a bit too much for you. That's what people was thinking. Everyone was like, oh my days, Chisora shouldn't be doing so well against Usyk. People don't understand how styles make fights. People don't understand the fact that styles make fights. Chisora is a natural pressure fighter. Usyk is a more pure boxer than pressure fighter. And with that, a pure boxer's kryptonite is a pressure fighter. But where Usyk toggles between the two, he still managed to do away with Chisora and get the victory. He's like, I'm ready now, I'm done, I'm ready. Because to be fair to you, as the undisputed champion in the cruiserweight division, he was now the mandatory. The WBO actually made him the mandatory for the WBO at heavyweight. So all this time he was mandatory for Anthony Joshua, who had all them belts at the time. He was the unified champion at the time. After the Chisora fight, he's like, yeah, I'm ready for the Anthony Joshua fight. The fight gets made. He's gone back over to the UK again. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's get this going. Has the fight, puts on a clinic, shows the level of separation between himself and Anthony Joshua in this pro ranks. Clinic, 116, 112, 115, 113, 117, 112. Those were the cards. He is now the heavyweight unified champion. But guess what? There's a rematch. He has to do it all over again. Fights Anthony Joshua again. This time it's Jeddah, Saudi. The Saudis are like, no, bring that fight over here, please. So they go over there. He's on the plane again. On the plane again. They're traveling against the traveler. On the plane again. Lands in Jeddah as the champion this time. Heavyweight unified champion. Puts on another clinic. Anthony Joshua puts up a bit more resistance this time and made it closer. 113, 115 twice. 116, 112. That was the cards. But ultimately, Usyk has defended his title and now he's going forward to want to fight the WBC champion, who at that time, it turned out to be Fury after the trilogy with Wilder. It turned out to be Fury. But between that happening, I think it was the WBA called their mandatory, who was Dynamite Daniel Dubois. This was supposed to be the fight that he could fight at home. This was supposed to be a homecoming, but because of the situation in Ukraine at the time, 2023, the situation that made it uneligible for him to go and fight at home in Ukraine. So guess what? He still had to fight away. Even though it was in Poland, he was the home fighter per se because he had the majority of the crowd. There wasn't really anyone over there cheering for Daniel Dubois, to be fair, in Poland. Let's have it right. At the same time, he still wasn't at home. So even when he's fighting at home, he's not even fighting at home still. He still has to travel. You get me? Wins that fight with a KO in the 9th. We heard about the drama. We've spoken about the drama in a previous video, but he wins by a KO in the 9th. And then the ultimate fight, what he's been looking for his whole career. Since he was a little boy, he said he's been looking forward to this particular fight. Heavyweight, undisputed championship of the world against the WBC champion, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. And we all know what happened there. It was a barn burner, a brilliant fight. And he ends up winning by split decision. I don't really know how a judge could have given it to Tyson Fury at all, let alone by 113, 114 to Tyson Fury. Ridiculous. Some of these judges, they need to retire. They need to leave it alone, go away, right? And let the younger breed come in. And same with the refs. But that's for another story. That's a story for another day. We're getting back to the fact that Usyk has now beaten the Gypsy King, ultimately becoming the Gypsy King himself, because they are known as travelers, right? Traveling people. They are travelers. And what has Usyk done on his path to undisputed cruiserweight and now undisputed heavyweight. What did he do on the path? He travelled to every single champion's backyard and dealt with them in their backyard. Nothing long. No long thing. I don't need to ask no questions. I ain't trying to go like I'm the A side, B side rubbish. I want what you've got. I'll come and get it. It's fine. Relax yourself. Stay there. I'm coming to check you. Do you understand? Remember what he said to Tyson Fury? Do not worry. I will not leave you alone. That's how he's handling all of these guys. From Krzysztof Glowacki to Mariusz Briedis to Murat Gassiev to Tony Bellew to Anthony Joshua down to Tyson Fury. All of these guys. It's cool. Don't worry. I'll come and check you. And now he's clocked the game. He's actually clocked the game. The final boss. He's done it. What should he do now? Why should he even have the rematch? You know why I have the rematch? Because he's an honorable man. He said he will do it, so he will do it. And as long as Tyson Fury wants it and calls for it, he will do the rematch because of his honor. But after that, what should he do? Win, lose, or draw? If he wins, he should retire, in my opinion. If he loses, maybe they have a third. Well, do you know what? It will be more than likely that they have a third. But if he wins, retire, my friend. You don't have nothing more to prove. You are the new Gypsy King. Olexandr Usyk. You got to respect him. You got to rate him. I consider him pound for pound number one. And if you want me to make a video about pound for pound and how I view it, I might just do so. But it won't be the next video.